is slightly wider than I'd hoped. Welcome to the channel, everyone. It is going up the transmission tunnel slightly, so it does look like I'm going to have to cut it slightly. Or will it really matter, to be honest? Will it really matter? I'm going to go and get another pack anyway, so probably won't matter at all. Sound deadening is sound deadening at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter how big the piece is. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this corner. It's starting to warm up now, because when I bought it, it was very cold. Well, when I tested it the other day, it was very cold, and it cracked, which is exactly what the original deadening did in the car when you hit it with a hammer. It just shatters. Okay, so from what I've read, get the angle right. Now put this stuff down in my knife. Is that ripping? No. Oh yes it is. Very sticky. That cracked yesterday. So that's going to go underneath there. Oh, it's very sticky. I'm going to bring it as close as I can to the chassis, or cross member, sorry. Put it down. Put that piece there. And then I'm going to warm it up. Hopefully it'll sit down. Well, that's one in. He's put a half piece in that side and a full one on that side. I think I'll put the full one on the driver's side and then do the half pieces. I think the cloth is quite a good idea. Now I need to peel an edge. Where am I? This one. I've got the line going through the middle, yes. Because I've got that separation line going a long ways, I want to kind of keep that uniform. Oh, it's ripped again. That's quite strange how it rips like that. The paper on the back. Very odd. But, can you see that there? carry on. There we go. Slightly under the edge up there. Resting on the edge, that's in exactly the same place as the other side. Okay, I'm going to settle a bit, that's bloody rubbish. They're not running away. Cross and the heat gun. Okay, so let's carry on. We've got enough cable there. Yeah, that's fine. I'll bring it forward ever so slightly. Needs to go there. That's it. Going to warm it up first in the centre. I think I did the other one a bit wrong, but never mind. We'll get on. That's fine. Don't worry, I did wipe down the floor with some thinners earlier. I can see it sinking. I don't know if you can. Oh, this thing's hot. It's only on setting 1 out of 2, and this thing will burn you. No joke. There we go. Now I need to take one and cut it in half. Both sides done. I did knock a bit of dust off the transmission tunnel when I was putting these down, so I'll sweep that up. I've got to go and get some more to put on the back area. I can only put like a piece going that way here because you've got this for the seat and that for the seat. They're raised up usually. Each got sound deadening in there, and then across that way, so I have to do some cutting. And the other thing I'm going to do is go to the back of the car, because ow, I hit my head on the blooming tailgate again. I'm going to take that card off there and put one in there against the panel and on that side. And look, they're looking very smart because I painted them with the new Marquis paint that I got from Spraywell, and it looks still a little bit rough. You can still see the detail and scratches and such in it, but it looks really, really good. But one thing I'm trying to find is these little grommets, these little plugs that go in and hold the panels up. There's nothing on that side, and there's only one on there. I'll try and find. I had the Compresco website, but I couldn't find anything I needed, which is quite frustrating. Right, so I'm going to move on. I need to go and get some more of these tar pads so I can do the back area. Okay, so I'm going to put a piece of sound deadening there. I was going to put it on this side, but there's loads of like nasty, grimy, oily stuff, which I'm breaking down with some thinners, so I won't be putting it there just yet because it's taken ages to get rid of it. I just wanted to quickly show the echo difference, because this has never had any kind of deadening in it at all, and as base model it wouldn't have had it, and I don't even know if the XL would have had it, to be honest with you, either. Very echoey, very. So I'm going to put this small sound deadening pad in here. I measured it for the other piece, but unfortunately, because of all the tar, I think it looks like road tar that's on there. I'll stick that on there, and then I'm going to get the heat gun on it and make sure it sticks. Where's the heat gun? Hiding. There it is. I've got a rag which I've been using to press it down instead of using my hands, because I could easily burn myself. I don't want to get it too hot because you'll end up melting it. And you want to get it warm enough so that the glue is definitely going to take. Oh, I accidentally keep hitting the up trigger, because up for some reason is hotter. Okay, so that sound which it made earlier on, very, very tinny. It's made quite a difference. So that's good. Well, there's sound deadening is in. I don't know if I should like put more around the edges here. I'm thinking about it because the original one would have come down a bit lower there, and I don't know if I should put anything on this corner. I'm not overly sure, but I can always add more at a later date because the carpet isn't glued down. And well, the centre piece would usually be glued in across the transmission tunnel, because around there, if you remember when I lifted it, it was glued. So yeah, I've got loads of mats, sound deadening mats in now, and it's the first piece of actual proper deadening to go in. This has the carpet on the it's a bit like horsehair on the back, but I don't know exactly what it is. Unfortunately, I did damage that corner of it trying to get it out because I didn't know about the clips and things, but there is like a pin that goes through here. The other side, I had to cut a few bits on the other side to try and get it out from behind the steering column and a few other bits and pieces, but it should go back in okay, and I didn't really damage it like I did that. So let's sit the tripod down and have a go at getting this in. Actually, I'll move you to a different angle, because if I leave you there, I'm just going to be in the way. Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, this flap goes up underneath underneath there, and that I believe is correct. So I'm going to lift this up and hook it there. That's easy. Yep. I know it doesn't quite fit the bulkhead as it did before, but yeah, that's that one in. That one in much easier than I expected. Okay, let's move you. Let's put you, I would say, there. Remember this angle watching the welding? When I first started all those months ago, ignore that white thing in the middle of the screen. That's like a fuse box thing I've kind of made, or junction box, shall I say, so I can power different things. Right, I'll grab the other carpet. I'll give it a clean first. Okay. Right, so we have the bigger one here. Now, because there's more bits and bobs up inside here, I've got to be careful of everything in here now. I have to climb in and lie on the back and try and get everything all connected where it needs to go. Because there's pipes and tubes and bits and pieces up in here. And cables. So I've got to get bits up and around stuff. See, normally this would be put in before lots of other things. Actually, I'm going to come back after I've filmed it afterwards because this is quite tricky. Okay, so we have sound deadening down, and I've even put down some underlay. Arriba. Yes, I know the joke. So now carpet goes on top. This is a big moment, everyone. Okay, can you keep it on the camera with me? Yeah. Right. If it cuts out, just press the little red button. Okay, carpet is going in, everyone. Screws out for that. It's got to go up there.
You done it?
It's going in. That bracket there. That's fine. How are we doing here? All this rubber matting is split beyond belief. But it'll do. We'll cut back when we've got more in and get it down as far as we can. Centre console is in. Just got to try and let it settle because it's not laying down fully. I have put some underlay under it so it's a bit more squidgy and a bit more comfy for people, including me. I've got a brand new rubber mat on the floor over there because there is a gaping great hole in the original mat. Unfortunately, I think the carpet has moved because that isn't lining up with the original bolt hole when that side is, so I don't understand what's going on here. I am tempted to bolt it on the seat, but I think I should just let the carpet sit in its original place and just see what happens tomorrow. Hey everyone, I was busy yesterday. As you can see, passenger front seat is in and it looks like the driver's seat in, but it's not. What I'm going to try and do is bolt in the seat and hopefully the camera won't cut out on me if I remember where the bolts are. Hang on, I'm going to come back. Right, so I've got 4 stainless Allen bolts. The original bolts I think you may have possibly seen earlier in the series, and they were basically ruined. So what I'm going to try and attempt to do is get this seat bolted in. Everything behind the seat. A couple of things. I have got a tap for threading, or for cleaning out the original threads. Some of the matting for the floor is quite heavily damaged. It is very old. It's almost 50 years old. So, and unfortunately, you can't really find a base model carpet / matting anymore. They're extremely hard to find, if not impossible. So what I've tried to do is tried to just pad out underneath it and try and keep it in as best condition as possible. Yes, it's ripped, it's broken, but there's not really much I can do. I don't really want to go the whole hog of like changing it to full carpet, because it kind of takes away the base model appearance then. What I have done, I can't remember if I mentioned this in the previous part of the video, after putting the sound deadening down, I layered it with underlay, which you'd normally put under your carpet at home, but it then gives it a nice soft feel underneath. There is some rubber mat. There is a rubber mat here which I bought. It was like £5 in Halfords, I think it was, because the floor where you put your feet when you're using the throttle and brake and clutch is just disintegrated. So having this rubber mat here is essential, really. There's no other way I can deal with this other than have that there. I will show a bit more on film later, but unfortunately, because this rubber matting is so old, I have cleaned it, but it's still grey. I don't think I'll ever get it black again, but if you can mention something in the comment section, that would be really helpful. It would be nice to try and get this black again. But anyway, we need to line up this seat. So I've got the two rubber pieces that I had cut up. Well, my friend's granddaughter did it. She took some rubber matting. What was it called again? I can't remember what it's called. It's like a rubber strip and in a roll, and it's quite thick. I'm trying to pick up a piece. There we go. It's this stuff on a roll. I need to angle the camera, you can't see me. It's starting to look like a car now, really. Yeah, this rubber matting, it's easy enough to make a hole through it, so the bolt goes through the base of the seat bracket, through this and then into the floor, and it bypasses any kind of metal, so it won't cause a situation where you have rust building up because of what you've done. There's a piece missing by the look of it. I'll have to find that. If I can't bolt the seat in until I've got all four pieces for each part of the seat. Let's get that under here. So I'm hopefully strategically placing these pieces of rubber so that when the seat goes down, it still looks factory or relatively normal. Let's pull the tools down on the floor well. Right, let's move this seat forward and see if that rubber mat is on the back seat. It should be here somewhere. I did have four pieces cut. There we go. Found it. For some reason, it was on the back seat. Never mind. One thing I have noticed is the seat belt inner arms, where they bolt to the floor. Because the carpet has been in numerous different locations, it's been folded, it's been rolled, and it hasn't liked being moved. So unfortunately, where the seat belt bolts to behind the passenger seat, it's not very happy at all. It really is not. Okay, so I'll put a bolt through the seat. See if I can get this one lined up. What I've found, it's a little easier to get the inner side bolted in first, as in closer to the transmission tunnel, and then work on the outer ones, because they slide. You know, once these ones in the centre are bolted in, it still moves, but the ratchet effect from adjusting the seat forward and back, you can do that quite easily. You can lift the seat slightly, you can slide it forward and back to get it lined up correctly. I'm learning stuff. Well, it's time to tighten up the steering wheel centre nut. 20 to 25 pounds, according to the book, and that is rather loose, so that does need to be tightened quite substantially. I have had this torque wrench for absolutely years, and I've never actually used it in anger. I used to get a bit confused with the conversion rates, but I think this is actually broken. I might have used it as like a hammer at one point when I was younger. So what I'm going to do, I've got the steering wheel straight, so let's adjust this, tighten it down. There is an adjuster inside the steering wheel, which is like a locator tag. There we go. That actually clicked. Listen. There we go. That is 20 to 25. Well, it's 25 pounds, bang on. So that is fine. That is absolutely fine. Next little job for the steering wheel is the centre boss. Now, for some unknown reason, the screws in the back wouldn't fit before, so I had to have them retapped, and now this should fit quite nicely. There's a screwdriver on the floor, that's very useful. It's been a while since this steering wheel has had its boss on it. I know the steering wheel is black and the rest of the interior is Marcus blue. I don't know if there is such a thing as a Marcus blue steering wheel, but I'm sure somebody will tell me. There's the screw there. Okay. It kind of helps to put the screws in. Alright, let's take the steering wheel. The key out. It's getting in the way. It kind of helps to have the steering column shroud off to do this, because otherwise I'm sure that, well, it would get in the way really, wouldn't it? Because the shroud comes out quite wide. Or shroud? Cover? Whatever you want to call it really. I've dented my door. I think I'll have to have a look at that. Chuck a bit of paint in there. Yeah, I've dented my driver's door. Put the screw in this side. There we go. Unfortunately, I have misplaced the screws which hold in the clocks around. to look for some replacements. No idea where I've put those, because I'm normally pretty good at like not losing the screws. I'm going to put the screws back in where I find them. Don't want to do this up too tight because it is plastic, metal screwed into plastic. Okay, so the steering wheel boss is on. That is looking fabulous. Just needs a clean. Found a few screws for the dashboard. Don't know if you can see that one. Yeah, you can. See, this camera is old and it hasn't got a front-facing screen, so I can see what you're looking at. Okay, so I found some relatively old screws, but they come out of the car anyway, so I thought I might as well just put them in. They're not the ones that came out, but as long as they go in, I really don't mind. Because the screws I've bought to replace them aren't the same kind of size. Come on, they're going in. Should do. Come on. Go into your new home. Oh. Might need a bit of persuasion here. These are self-tappers, but a lot of the screws on the car were self-tappers. Is that going in? Don't think it is. That's a little bit frustrating. Let's try the middle one, because that's recessed. Even if I can get the middle one in, that would help. Here's how I'm going to go in. Might need a longer bar on the screwdriver. Well, it's not moving. Let's try this screw in this end, shall we? Throw this one away. Let's move that little arm. So give this one a go. Oh yeah, that's going in. And that's holding. Right, let's try this one on the right again. Come on. There we go. Don't need to turn it much either, and it's home. So all it took really was the screwing in there. Okay, so I know I'm missing the screws at the bottom, but I will find some to go in there. It's not, they're not massively essential. Okay, let's get the so let's put the, hang on, let's do it the other way around so you can see what it is that I'm doing. So if you can see that bottom part of the steering wheel column. Can you see it? I think you can. That piece there is slotted on both sides, and there is a slot on there. And there is a bolt that goes all the way through. Let's pull the choke lever out, so that has to slot through part of the casing. Oh, hang on, let's pull this up. We've got a little ring that goes around the top of the shroud. Oh, no, come back. There we go. Bear in mind that I have adjusted the wiring slightly as well. So, and the steering wheel is on. Hang on. Let's look from the other side. So I can line it all up. Right, that's lined up with it. There. But then That's not on right. Hang on. There we go. Is that in? Yeah, that one's in. Okay. So the wiring is in there. It's not interfering with anything. Right, so just hold that there. And then I need to slot this one on, cut over the pedestal. And I need to try and line this one up in the same manner. Come on, TeeCee. There we go. Then we'll push the ring over the top to hold it together. Or I can let go. The bolt that goes through is quite long. It's rather thin. Easiest way I found of putting the bolt through and holding the nut in position. See, it pops through there. I don't know if you can see that. Usually what I do is I will put the nut there and hold it in position and just twiddle the other end with my fingers until it catches the thread. No. That clicked. I could be wrong. Not the first time. Hang on. There is a little recess, like a socket, like a nut-shaped recess. There we go, that's got it. But once it goes past there, there's nothing to hold it in position. So I need a screwdriver from one side and a tool of some kind from the other. Usually what I'd use is a flathead screwdriver. It doesn't seem... Oh yeah, found one. In all the junk on the back seat. Hang on. There. If I hold that like that. Oh, it's moved. So lift that up. TeeCee's working! Okay everyone, you're in the Cortina. I just had to pop the bonnet and I need to turn the fan on. I'm going to put the aerial up, guys. Right, the aerial is up. Oh, damn it. You fell down. You fell down the windscreen. You fell off the windscreen. Let's try this again, shall we? Right, let's try and get you to stay still. I know the GoPro doesn't like this windscreen. Don't fall down, please. Right. Right, we're in neutral. Shut the glove box. Come on. There we go. Come on, TeeCee. TeeCee's running. Gotta put my seatbelt on. Where is it? There we go. Getting my seatbelt now. Seatbelt didn't click. It should do. There we go. Right, let's put the lights on. First gear, everyone. Let's go. TeeCee. Fantastic. Come on. Doing a shakedown drive. Go to the pub at the junction. Then we're going to slow down. We'll slow down and pull into the pub. I'm driving TeeCee, this is epic. Oh, I love this car. I absolutely love this car. Stamp on the brakes, they work. Pull out a little bit. Is anyone coming? No. Is anybody coming? Wait for this car. Hang on. This is awesome. This is brilliant. What a car. Come on. Oh yes. Still a bit noisy. I'm not too sure what it is that's blowing. I can hear the outside world. Oh, this is awesome. Absolutely brilliant. Didn't miss a beat. Didn't miss a beat. Oh, hang on, yeah. Sorry. Cold at the top, warm at the bottom.
It's possible that
There's warm air coming in the bottom.
thermostat hasn't opened properly yet.
Well, warm air is definitely coming in.
Get some circulation going.
Yeah, warm air is coming through the bottom.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can feel it.
Right, so you've got some circulation then.
Yeah. Yeah, temperature.
Test these things when it's, do you know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
net.
Yes. It's a shakedown. It's like a shakedown. Well, temperature gauge is working. Yeah, temperature gauge is working. The fuel gauge has gone up to almost 3/4 of a tank, so maybe it was just shaking about in the back of there. But yeah, that's now coming through really nice and warm.
Yeah?
Yeah, lovely.
Okay, turn it off.
Right, all done, guys. Thank you very much for watching.